Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Why I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we got ourselves the Gaybolg, and today we're going to go and continue with this relic weapon questline by talking to Yalzan. The impropriety. In my land, the elderly are treated with deference and visitors received with honor. You must excuse me, adventurer. I have endured a trying sea voyage to meet with Eorzea's greatest weaponsmith, only to find that he is the greatest bore I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. But what is this? Your weapon, unless I am gravely mistaken. 'Tis a relic infused with Tefnerian mist. Marvelous, marvelous. But where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jalzan, and I hail from the near eastern city of Ratzathan. I'm an alchemist by trade. It has been my life's work to study the enhancements of arms through soul infusion. Verily, Tefnerian mist is one of the fruits of my toils. Upon learning that the elixir had come to some prominence in Eorzea, I journeyed here with the intent of exploring new possibilities in my research. I want but for a subject to proceed. If you would be that subject, your weapon will become further enhanced. Will you agree to assist me, adventure? And for your troubles, come to possess a mightier relic? Yeah. A decision you will not regret, but without further ado, allow me to explain what my research will entail. Now, I trust you are aware that ether permeates all things in our world. What you may not know, however, is that ether is found in greater concentrations in Eorzea than elsewhere. When a weapon infused with a quasi-soul, such as your relic, is used to slay a living being in this ether-rich land, a peculiar phenomenon occurs. The ether released by the fallen creature resonates with your weapon and agglomerates into a crystal which I have dubbed Atma. It must be noted that this occurs only on rare occasions, due to factors I have yet to identify. Now, as you may have already gathered, Atma is essentially the crystallized soul of a living being, and these crystals hold to the key to strengthening your weapon. According to my research, 12 unique pieces of Atma are required, meaning they must be required from 12 different foes. See the deed done, adventure, and you shall hold in your hand such power as you have never known. Right. Now, let me see. By participating in certain fates while equipping while equipped with a relic weapon Zenith, you may obtain an Atma crystal. The locations of the fates and the Atma yielded are as follows: Central Shroud, Southern Thanalan, Upper Lanosh, East Shroud, Eastern Thanalan, Middle Lanosh, Western Thanalan, Outer Lanosh, Lower Lanosh, North Shroud, Central Thanalan, Western Lanosh. This information can be reviewed in the completed journal for the quest Up in Arms, which can be found under side story quests. Alright, here comes the fun part. Let me go and get my... This is not what I wanted. This is a different thing. There it is. This is going to be quite something, my friends. So, now we are going to have to... where's my... Do I have chocobo stuff? No, I need to go and get that. Now we are... no. Now we are required to go and get one of these random crystal things from beating a fate in every single region, basically. In every area of a realm reborn, except for Mordona. I think. Actually, except for Mordona and Curtis too. Alright. Let me go and get my chocobo food, because fates are one of the best ways, as far as I know it in any case, in my way of going through the game already. I feel like having your chocobo out when doing fates is just really good, because it levels them up. And the stronger your chocobo, you know, the better. Now I just need to go and figure out where my chocobo feed is. Because I can't really say that I know. If I even have them. I should have those. But apparently I don't. That's a little bit annoying. Where do I where do I find this? I think in the Central Shroud. We're gonna take a look though. North, East, Central. So not in South Shroud. That's weird. These areas are really kind of random. In a certain way. It's kind of weird. Right. Hello. No. Feather traded in? No? Hello? I guess it's not over here, then it must be with the merchant and mender over here. Right, purchase items, please. Gasol green. Do I have any of these left? No, I don't. Nope, not at all. Let's go and grab that then, and let's go and summon my boy. Linear. I only just noticed. Oh my god, I only just remembered that name. Anyway, let's see. That one is a minute left. Sleep tight, 3 minutes. Let's go and do sleep tight. I think I can do that one before the timer runs out. So now we are basically going to be just doing fates. As you can imagine, doing this when you are... I'm sorry, Jesus fucking Christ. You have to, everything that I'm basically doing right now, you have to do for all of the other weapons if you want to get more than one. Just, you know, FYI. So at some point you will understand the pain that I've gone through. Which is kind of what I aim to convey. You can definitely get all the weapons, there's nothing stopping you from doing such stuff. However, I would recommend against it. Well, I guess, the thing is, like, I would recommend... You know what, I think I'm gonna say it in a different way. I would recommend against doing all of these in a row. This is like... These relic weapon things are more a thing of, like, unless if you really like grinding, which can be a thing, I would really recommend just like doing, for instance, a Zodiac weapon and then going for something else. Or just like taking a break from grinding in general and going to do something else. That kind of stuff. But please, for the love of God, do not do all of these in a row. Because you will definitely become very, very salty and have mild trauma from doing all of this content. If you're wondering, like, how can I see whether or not I have gotten a piece of Atma, the game will have a little pop-up happen, which you can then see. There's a lot of them in Lanosh. Jesus. So weird how the South Shroud just doesn't have one. So many areas, and then the South Shroud, nothing. But this honestly isn't... This particular part of the Atma, this particular part of the Zodiac weapon questline really isn't that bad. Just doing Fates is not too bad. It can be annoying though, I'm not gonna lie. Can definitely be annoying. I think Linear just leveled up. Or not. Does it tells me that, yeah? Yeah, it does. Once I get one of these Atmas, I'll go and put some points into Linear's skills. Also, another thing that I would highly recommend. Do not, for the love of God, do not make your Chocobo a tank Chocobo. It's probably the worst thing you could choose. Which is the thing that I chose my Chocobo to be in my main character. At least, like, you know, up until rank 10. You can go higher ranks then. And I'm not even sure, but I think you may even be able to respec, but I'm not 100% sure about that statement. So do not take it as fact. Hello? Okay. The one thing that can be really annoying about Fate grinding specifically is the fact that... There we go. Is the fact that you don't really have... the fact that like your level and your gear and all that jazz and your skills do not matter at all, because you're gonna be scaled down to the level of the Fate, which makes Fate grinding, in my opinion, the most annoying thing ever. Lazy for you, that's a really difficult thing. The Scroll Trapper's wife is also not particularly easy. It's 45 seconds for this one. Ugh. What a Boar, however, is not too bad though. Let's go and do that one. Let me also go into my companion stuff and check Chocobo Slashed or Enhanced Mind. I think I'm gonna give them Enhanced Mind. Better healing is always appreciated. Alright, big boar time. So the handy thing with this big boar fight is the fact that these truculent boars will help you out. They will also stun him. Unless if he's already immune to stun because of the amount of stunning that they've already done. That also happens a lot. Chocobo is gonna get hit with that. Of course. There we go. And we get Kafra's Tusk, which is useful for, that is useful for a Sylph questline. This is only for use in Sylph tribal quests. So some of those quests require you to kill a fate and get an item. And that is one of them. Speaking of which, I should probably do these at some point too. I just remembered that I haven't done them yesterday. Oh well. There were other things to be done. Let's go and deal with the Ivy League. Just lots of ivy. At least this is some good XP for linear. There's however no music though. It's a little bit discomforting, I would say. I'm not really sure how much of this I'm gonna show, actually. I'm thinking after this fate, I will, since you can find this information relatively easily, and there's no point in me really showing all of this stuff. After this fate, we will go and, I will go and get all the other Atmas off camera, and then I will be back once I have all of them, so we can continue onwards. There's no point to show me doing these fates, because it's really not that interesting. Wow. It's freaking plants. There we go. And my friends, I will meet you guys back here once I have all of the Atmas. Okay, everybody, I am back after getting all of the Atma. I probably should have unpaused recording when I was near ya boy. Oh well. I was like, why isn't there a quest over here? I just remembered. Because this upgrade is not a quest in and of itself. Later on they become like repeatable quests. Usually. But not today. Not in a realm reborn. Also cat sounds. If you can hear like cat sounds in the background, you know. There's a reason. Hello. So the power of Atma, I shall imbue your relic with such mind as it has never known. Lend me the object you wish enhanced, and I shall see such a deed done. This would be the gay bulk. Where's the relic? Perchance you forgot to bring it? Right, I need to fucking unequip it first. Right. The gay bog. 12 unique varieties of Atma. You have done well, my dear adventurer. Pray leave the rest to me. I require but a moment. It is done. True to my theory, the souls housed within the Atma have merged with your relic. Take it up once more, adventurer, and savor the new-found power that courses through it. Cat. cat keeps attacking my cables. Right. If you wish to have another relic weapon enhanced, you do it the identical way. Okay. Let's go and equip this thing now. And then we can do Trials of the Braves. Oh no. I think I know what this one is. Ah, my stout assistant, I trust you are enjoying your Atma-infused relic. Now, while your newfound might may indeed be impressive, what if I were to tell you that your weapon may grow even mightier still? My research leads me to believe that this is a distinct possibility. As before, if you would agree to be my subject, I promise that you will not be the worst. Not to be the worst for your part. What say you? I knew I could count on you, my friend. Listen then. Listen! Sorry. To the theory I have recently formed. I just had fucking something empty in my brain. Legends tell that when the world lies upon the brink of destruction, brave souls who bear the light shall arise to banish the darkness. The darkness. These heroes are known by myriad names, but in my native Ratsathan, they are called the Zodiac Braves. The Zodiac Braves were said to wield arms of unparalleled might that shone with the radiance of 1,000 stars. My ultimate objective, dear adventurer, is no less than a recreation of those legendary arms. Stavanarian tradition holds that the Zodiac Braves gathered life to their weapons by vanquishing formidable foes. 'Tis my theory that the heroes were in fact absorbing souls. And now, through the use of Atma, your weapon has been transformed into something with the self-same ability, and it exists as a vessel for souls. At present, however, this vessel holds but a small fraction of its capacity. If your weapon is to realize its potential, you must have it to drink deep of the souls of slain foes. Of course, not every soul is created equal, and so it follows that not all creatures will serve our purpose. Indeed, the Zodiac Braves themselves were very particular as to which foes they chose to vanquish. In the interests of efficiency, you would do well to seek out adversaries like nature. For this, you might refer to the Trials of the Braves, a collection of sacred texts that tell of the hero's deeds. The books are common enough in the Ratsathan, but having recently formed my theory, I did not think to bring them with me. Alas, though with trade flourishing between our lands, mayhap there is a local merchant dealing in imported wares who has them in stock. Alright, back to Rowena in Revenant Stall. We also go and sort my inventory. Merdona. Merdona. Yes. Tefnarian literature on heroes who wielded dazzling weapons. And it's called the Trial of the Braves. Might be as I've got something what fits your description. Jesus. Gichisana, the one who deals in tomes and the like, you'll find her near the north gate of the town. Trials of the Braves. Why, yes, we happen to have the tomes. But why would anyone be interested in moldy old things like... Ah, what I meant to say was they're extremely rare, and you aren't like to find them anywhere else in Eorzea. 9 books comprise a set, and each alone is worth a small fortune. But I like you, adventure, so I'm willing to offer them at a discount. For the bargain of 100 elegant tomestones of poetics, you can be the proud owner of a piece of history. A book from the sacred trials of the Braves. Make no mistake, anywhere else, and you'll easily pay twice that. When you're keen to make the exchange, just let me know. By defeating all the foes listed within the Book of the Trials of the Braves, your relic weapon Atma will gain in attributes. Distinct sets of Trials of the Brave exist for each relic. A set is comprised of 9 books, of which only 4 are available for exchange at first. A Paladin set comprises 7 books for Quintana and 2 for the Holy Shield. Only 6 of these are available for exchange at first. Each book can be purchased by Jusana. Please note, however, that you can possess only one at any given time. You must complete all of the objectives in a book before you may obtain another. Alternately, you may also dispose of it by speaking with Jusana or via the key items menu. May your relic drink deep of the souls of your enemies. Trials of the Braves. Alright, so 9 books. 100 elegant tombstones each time, like it said. I would suggest putting this somewhere in your freaking hotbar. So, you have 9 books, which involve killing... how much is this? So that's already like this... which involves killing 30 normal enemies found in a lot of different areas in the game. Doing 3 dungeons. Doing 3 very specific fates. And doing 3 specific levies. Yes, my friends. This is not a joke. Now, I don't remember... I think we need to do it with the weapon equipped though. Which means that some of these dungeons are gonna be a pain in the butt to actually do. So the Stone Vigil I should be able to take care of on my own with unsynced stuffs. But the Lost City of Andapur I'm not very sure about. In any case, I'm going to show you guys this one book. We're gonna stick together for finishing this one book. Any other data that you would need of like where are these fates, where are these levies, all of that stuff, I would suggest looking it up. I could show all of these, but then we would be here for an ungodly amount of time. Because this step right here is one that probably takes the most amount of time and effort. Anyway, before we begin all of this stuff, I'm gonna be right back. I just need to go to the bathroom. Alright, so let's check out the fates first. So Eastrout, Outer Lanoche, and Kurthus. Right. So, there's also some enemies I need to go and beat. In Mordona, let's see. Fogfence for those boys. And then Mordona. No, yeah, Mordona. Also Fogfence. Jesus Christ, what the hell was that? Oh, shit. My cat was just attacking something. So, in case you're like, oh man, like, these enemy names, how am I supposed to figure this stuff out? Well, the game is actually nice enough to give them a little marker above their head. There we go. That is that done. Then we are going to go and deal with these 3 Vanguard dudes. So they basically just show you... Like, honestly, this menu in and of itself shows you enough to find these things. But it can still be kind of a pain in the butt to actually find the enemy, like, let alone actually kill it. Right. Once again, being higher level before attempting these relic weapons in general is kind of a nice thing. It allows you to either unsync stuff really easily, or it also allows you to, for instance, enemies like these, which would, if you're level 50, take just a little bit more time to kill. Now they die in a freaking cinch. So, okay, also something I need to change. There we go. I guess that makes sense. Alright, whatever. So, next up, let's go to Kurthus. So, in Kurthus, I'm going to need to fight a couple of enemies, and I'm also going to need to go and deal with the thing called Giant Seps, the Fate. The Fate Giant Seps is right over here. And here comes, in my opinion, the most annoying thing about these books. I can deal with basically anything else when it comes to these books. I thought something was gonna fall, so I was getting ready to grab it. The thing that annoys me the absolute most about these books are the fates. The fates are so annoying because it is RNG dependent whether or not you get them. There's RNG on it, there's a cooldown on it, so if somebody has beaten it, there's a cooldown of a certain amount of time. And then there's also, well, it's also just, you know, a fate, so you have to be, you're gonna get, like, synced down to the level, which is also not particularly amazing. Let's see. Giant loggers. Captain's log. Nice. So in general, this part of the relic weapon questline in general just kind of sucks. But oh well. Not like there's much I can do about it. Also, all this stuff really, in my opinion, isn't too bad. As long as you just stick to one weapon. And only do that one weapon. Instead of being a madman like me and going for everything. Alright, another thing. Levies. It tells you where you can find these. However, the people that give you levies, they don't always give you the levy that you need. So you'll have to maybe sometimes beat another levy to get the levy that you need. Another thing with levies, which I don't think I even showed off before. You have allowances for your leaves, or levies. Let me go and show you again. What's this? An imp mobile is what we need to do. An imp mobile. Battlecraft. So it's not over here, but you do have an allowance of 100. It can only be a maximum of 100. So, then comes the fun little part, where if you're like me and you want to do all of the weapons in a row, you will at some point run out of levy allowances. Basically just blocking you from doing the thing that you want to do. Let's just go and do this fate over here, just so I can go and get just so I can get the thing. Yes. No, just so I can get the other fate that I need. Oh, wow, 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 wow. I like that noise. I do really wish that fates would work. Oh. Something just spawned over there. It could have been a levy thing, though. It probably is a levy thing. There we go, get all the pages. And that then is going to make a book up here, right over there, and then we get the monster we need to kill. There we go. Let's go and collect the rewards. Thank you. Oh boy. It's not this one, right? Is there a difference between these two? Right, there is a difference. Oof. I don't know which one it is though. I don't remember. Does it tell me that? Don't think it does. Grant Company levy quest. There we go. So it is a Grant Company thing. Let's go and get someone who's got a big mouth. That one is fairly short. There we go. Bimas! Move to Bimas! Hungry. Ah, Mima's angry. Mima's tired. Collect the rewards. Thank you. And there it is. An imp mobile. The eyes have it. Right, now which one is this? Right, this is the one where you have to poke enemies. Slash poke. Does not respond. Wait. I think I have to poke the wandering wisps. Yeah. And kill these ones. They're gonna give me crystals, which I then need to use on these enemies. And then some of them turn into devils. There we go. There we go. Right. The thing that I do find really funny though is that like the Taste of Fear, which was a Fate of a Year, is one for a book. Not a Fire in a Distance, but there's another one over here, Bellyful, and then the Four Winds is another one in this place. In general, this is fucking hell. So, Outer La Noche for Make It Rain. Let's see, Western La Noche, Outer La Noche. Need to go to Outer La Noche anyway. So two in, one in Western, one in Eastern. And then one enemy in Outer La Noche. Right. Let's get it going. I could have waited for giant steps to appear, but fuck that. You can, when it comes to those fates, by the way, you can either choose to wait, or you can go and beat fates yourself. Because if you beat the fates yourself, the timer is going to be... like, the amount of time you're going to be waiting is probably going to be reduced. Because of the fact that you're killing them, which makes it that the fates disappear faster. And I think that they also reappear faster if people are like actively doing fates in an area. At least I think so. The synthetic Dublin. And this, my friends, you'll have to do 9 times. But honestly, killing the enemies, doing the dungeons isn't the worst part. The worst part is definitely the fates. The levies are also fine. It's just purely the fates. The fates are stupid, and I hate them. Let us go to Western La Noche next. I'll first go and clear like everything that is in this book, aside from those fates, and then afterwards I'll go out of my way to go and get those freaking fates. Like, I'll just wait at a certain spot until they deign to appear. Or I'll just do some fates myself. What type do I need? Shoal spine. Shoal spine. I think that's over here. Yep. The thing is, if I haven't at this point already shown how annoying this stuff is, just you wait. This is only the third part of this quest. I think there's a total of 7, so, you know. I think for people who, like, really grind very heavily in games, this is gonna look like... I've heard people saying that this really isn't too bad. Which is correct. It's not that bad if you only do 1. Or maybe even like 2 or whatever, but like going for all of them in any case. But I think I talked about this earlier. The way, like the part where I went wrong in this entire business is that I decided to go and get them all like in a row. I would basically do like an almost non-stop grind for all this stuff, and that is not good. That right there is definitely the opposite of good. I've done that for basically all of the weapons that I've gotten up until this point, until I reached the Stormblood ones, and I'm kind of stuck with those ones because I don't want to continue at the moment. Because the grind was so annoying. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Because that is definitely another one of those situations where if you only need 1, it is 100% fine. But once you need more than 1, it's in Blue Fog. Oh, there's actually something in Mordona that I didn't even notice. Let's go and making my way over to the East Route. So it's only those plants, and then Thanalan. Because there was also a third fate. The enmity of my enemy. Which you can get from Mian Thousand Mom, who is, very luckily for me, right over here. You know, sometimes in life I can be lucky. A lot of the times I'm not, mind you, but you know, sometimes. Sometimes luck can be on my side. Right, hello. Right. So, the thing that happens with this one is that the Sylphs and the Guardians over here are going to start fighting each other. Make sure that you do not hit any of the... that you don't hit any of the... Well, I just did that, but... In any case, the Sylphs are helping you at the moment. The Tempered Sylphs. So just try to avoid hitting the Sylphs themselves. And just focus on the Guardians, because it's like... Killing the Sylphs does not advance this fight. These fates. This entire grind is just giving me more than a little bit of PTSD. But of course, like I said earlier, that's mostly my own fault. At least the grind is relatively straightforward. There's nothing super complicated really. We technically don't even need other people for basically anything in this entire Black Weapon grind. Well, in the later ones you may need some other people. Or you could very much use them. Also, hold up. Before you leave... The Guardians are gone now. But that is not all that will be happening. Because now we have this one, where we have to protect our boy. Be sure to protect the boy. Because if you don't, well... Have fun waiting for the freaking fate to respawn. That goes to basically any of these fates. If you fuck it up, then you can go and wait for it to respawn again. And at that point it would be on cooldown. Basically all fates have a cooldown on them. Do they do all of them? I'm not sure about all of them, but a lot of them in any case have a cooldown of some sort on them. Which will of course result in... If you fuck it up, you're not going to be able to actually try again instantly. Which is, in my opinion, a really annoying thing. I love how salty I am right now. It's actually been a while since I've been, like, actively salty in an episode. But, well, yeah, when it comes to these relic weapons, I feel like I deserve to be salty. After the amount of times that I've done this. Now it could also be like the thing where you could also just be like, okay, then just don't get it if you didn't enjoy it. Well, yeah, it doesn't work like that. Let's see though, because next up we would need to go to Thanalan. Alright, now I still need to defeat the Milkroot saplings in the Sylphlands. Milkroot saplings. I think they are over here. But I could be wrong. Of course, the one thing that I think would be useful information for me to convey would be the enemies, like the enemy locations. But at the same time, that's a lot of work. The thing is, it's a lot of work, and I'm not sure if it would actually be useful, honestly. Because when you're going for these weapons or for like any of these really big grinds, I would expect people to just look up stuff anyway. I feel like the videos that I'm making on this is more like showing off what it is about. Like, before you go and do this, this is what it is like. So, you know, bear that in mind. Although there are more than videos about that, but whatever, man. I'm doing my big playthrough of, like, my big series on this game, and that's all. I'm even talking about this. Let's go to Southern Thanalan for Zunrock Pugilists. The Zunrock Boars. Ah, right, Zanrak. You have Zanrak and then Zaharok, so... The Pugilist would be around this area then. That's a Malja Pugilists. I think the Zanrak ones are up here. Malja. There we go. Zanrak Pugilist. Right, one more. Just one more. There we go. Next up, we need to go to Western Thanalan, aka Cape Westwind. It's kind of crazy how it's like... how when I initially did this, I saw the first book and like the things I need to do. I was like, oh man, it actually looks pretty cool. Like all the stuff that I'll have to do. Then I got to the Fates and I was already like, that's not amazing. Then I remembered that there was 9 books. And yeah, by the time that I got to the second, or I think by the time that I got to like the 3rd book, I was like, man, this is a pain in the ass. That was a mistake. Yep. Alright. Next up we need to go to Northern Thailand. Where we are going to have to kill some basilisks and also do a levy. Yeah. Let's see. Necrologos. That's what I need. Initiate. An unexpected threat emerged. There's also, sometimes you have creatures like this which are like bounties. Kill them, and you get extra rewards. Rewards aren't gonna be that amazing, which usually happens with levies, especially when you're higher level than them, but, you know. Something is better than nothing, I suppose. Void Slay. And down he goes. Collect my rewards. There we go. And now let's go and kill some basilisks. Let's see. Should be one more. There you are. Alright, and then all the enemies are done. Fates. Okay, let's go to Mordona next. So we can go and finish off that final levy. Mordona in Mordona. It's another Grand Company levy. Maybe. La levy. Now that I'm here, I'm like, why am I here? Just to suffer. This is not a Grand Company one. Sometimes you can get, by the way, sometimes you can get levies that are for that person instead of the Grand Company one. But at least the game will tell you about it. So, the RI salvages. I'm a salvager. Pro 6 of the salvages card. Oh my god. Xenoblade, oh Xenoblade. What a majestic piece of media you are. Right. So for this particular levy, you have to kill the enemies while protecting your loot, basically. Or just your stuff. Not much else to it. Kill the enemies when they arrive. And win the game. A lot of the time you have it where these enemies kind of like 100% focused on like first wanting to get a single hit in against these things and then they will back off. Right. Just leave it to me. That is all the levies done. Next up are the fates then, still. Let's go back to Curthus. Then I'm just going to, I guess, stand there. Oh, there's a minute left. Fuck. That's gonna be a close one, my friend. Oh man, I don't like how close that's gonna be. Yeah, I'm not even gonna have a minute left. This also happens sometimes, you know. There's no way that I'm getting that. This is literally the worst thing that can happen to you. In my humble opinion. By the time that I get there, it's just going to be 30 seconds left. And there's no way I can beat that thing in 30 seconds. At least not on my own. Wow. 29 seconds. 28. 27. Yep. 17 seconds. Well, you know what, my friends, at least you managed to experience some of the pain with me, I guess. Whatever, man, doesn't matter, you're gone anyway. Stupid piece of shit. Whatever, leave. Fucking hell. So look at that. You know what that means, my friends? That means I'm gonna have to wait an ungodly amount of time for it to respawn. Because now it is on cooldown. At least Make It Rain is now here. So at least I get to do something. Well, I get to do something and then I get to wait for, you know, 20 minutes probably. However, actually another thing that I want to mention right now is when you, or if you are thinking of getting multiple weapons, I would just suggest going through, like basically unlocking the next Atma thing, so that you can get it while grinding Fates now, basically. Since you need Fates for this part of the quest, it would behoove you to go and get, like start collecting more Atma for the next weapon. There we go. And now I need to do the dungeons, and I need to go and wait for giant steps to respawn. The cat is back. Alright, so let me go and fly back over. You know, let me go and first repair my gear. Then I will fly back over to my spot over there, and I'm going to do the dungeons in my book. While waiting for giant steps to reappear. Yes. Anyway, my friends, I will be right back. Alright. Believe it or not, after... I don't even know how long. Just a long ass time. I needed to wait at some point. For one fate to respawn, like that one fate that I was waiting for. And that took me about 30 minutes. I didn't do anything though, honestly. I was listening to music and playing with the cat, but still, that's way too long. Anyway, we finished the book. So this one is now finished, which means that my weapon has +2 strength. And now we get the next one. Yay! More dungeons, more fates. Anything in Nordona? No, okay. Nordona. Anyway, my friends, this is the end of the episode, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of Just I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. And by the time that I begin the next episode, I will have finished these fucking books. Goodbye.